I'm checking following. I'm making a new Instagram account because I know if I click on your following, it's not chronological. But if I make a new Instagram account, and then if that one don't work, I'm gonna make another. And you think who wrote the book? I'm an author on one of these books. I'm an author on one of these books. You know what I mean? And I'll make 3 Instagram accounts to make sure that motherfucker's chronological. And why the fuck did you follow him? And when I'm going to his pictures, you liking his shit from 3 months ago? It's the shit that I do to bitches. Dando vueltas por la city con mi canción en la bocina que me quiere ver y está loca por tenerme. Welcome back to another episode of the Should Talks podcast. It's the voice of Talks.
Yeah, no. Can I? It's your boy Matt.
Fucking dying. It's boy Kharl.
And today we're with the Jury podcast. We got
Yes, sir, John. What's going on?
Zach.
and I mean it's not obvious enough with the cup of tequila in our hands. We're clearly in New York.
I'm out it though.
It's only right.
Yeah, exactly. So this might be a different kind of episode than what you guys are used to. One, first time in a long time that we have guests. And two, this many guests at the same time.
Actually, you usually have one.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, so we know that you guys like to, dive into a lot of deep topics, which we will get into. Yeah. But we're gonna bring you guys a little bit more into our world. So I figured the best way we could do this is that we have a Montreal versus New York general knowledge test.
Okay.
Oh, I love that.
Good job.
Let's do it. Because we're from 2 different parts of New York, really, too. Long Island and Brooklyn.
Oh,
so
fuck.
I
can imagine, but no, but
it's a 6 borough, bro.
People in the comments are gonna say that, don't put everybody together.
100%.
Okay, so we'll do a quiz, and basically we'll see how the point system goes. But yeah, evidently since we have alcohol, let's bring it. Losers take a shot.
Yeah.
Wow.
I'm about to lose on purpose.
I'm about to lose on purpose.
I gotta pour a little bit more here.
So who answer first? What is it?
Whoever answers first. So, which country has the highest life expectancy?
Colombia.
No.
No. It's Sudan. No, it's somewhere in Asia. It's like Japan.
Italy.
It's Japan or Malaysia, Philippines,
Taiwan.
It's in Asia, bro.
That's a good thing, right?
Denmark. You're supposed to represent us, dog.
Denmark.
Costa Rica.
Denmark. No, I think it's
France.
Nah, if nobody guesses, we're all taking a shot.
Wow.
Can you give
Nobody wants to get it right.
give us the continent? Can you give us the continent?
Asia.
Can you give me the first letter?
It's gonna give it away.
Yeah, no.
India?
Did we say Thailand?
China.
Yeah, it's China.
China?
That's a continent.
China?
So technically, it says Hong Kong.
Continent.
But I know Hong Kong.
But you know what? I learned this not too long ago that they split before and then they came together.
Okay.
And either Hong Kong, we sound stupid right now, but either Hong Kong is like its own country or they're together now. But at one point,
It is a city.
That's why they got separated.
they got separated, and they either came back or they're still separated. I'm not sure.
Which is why I accepted China.
So we all gotta take a shot except for Zach.
Yeah, now I have to take a shot because of you guys. You wanna put it?
No, mine's fine.
All right, next question. What is the most common surname in the United States?
Dick.
What?
John.
Richard.
Oh, common name.
Yeah.
Surname means first name.
Surname.
Oh, so
Is it
first
surname or is it last name?
last name or surname?
John.
It says
Matthew.
surname.
Chris.
You guys are in the good realm.
John, Matt,
Jack.
Jim.
Nick. Oh, Nick is good.
No,
Nicholas.
it's not. What is the
Zach.
fuck? No, it's not. You guys are close though. You guys are in the good vicinity.
Tyler.
It's Smith.
Oh,
That's
so
a
it's
last name.
It says surname. I'm just asking the question.
last name would have been different.
We didn't take the first shot anyway, so we gotta take the shot.
Salute to Smith.
Salute to Smith.
Fuck.
We're all saying first names.
But that makes sense. There's a Smith on every corner.
Yeah.
All right, this is good. I think John has this one though.
What?
Who was the ancient Greek god of the sun?
Yeah, I don't know that.
Oh my God.
Fuck. I should have this one too.
Calliope's by.
No. Fuck.
I don't know, bro.
What's his fucking name?
I have no idea.
I just got Aries in my head right now, and it's
Well,
not
it
Aries.
starts with an A, but it's not
It
Aries.
starts with an A. Oh, I have no.
Aurelius.
No, but they use the name also. Like NASA used the name also a couple times for a couple.
NASA.
Yeah. What's that? No.
Aristotle?
Artemis.
It is a Greek god.
Artemis.
Yo,
no.
Nikki Cameras is the GOAT.
Damn, fuck. Are we all stupid?
We all gotta take another shot.
What's
My
the-
shot
what's-
is in the
What's the
coffee.
answer?
It's Apollo.
Apollo.
Apollo
Damn.
13.
No,
yeah.
no, you guys can't do that. Have you seen
Nah, because he said NASA. I'm like, damn, I feel like a fucking idiot. And he said it started with an A. Like, how the fuck do we not get that?
Okay, this is a little bit less general. I'll accept an answer from each, and whoever gets it closer.
Okay.
All right. So, how many minutes are in a full week?
Fuck. A whole full week?
That's what I said.
How many minutes are in a full
You're giving them more time to think the longer you take.
All right. I'm good at math.
In a full week,
Okay, so
I'ma
if there's
say-
in an hour, 24 times 6 would be
60K. Oh, no.
How many minutes?
That's what
I'm gonna say. You said what? You
I
said
said 60K.
60K.
60,000.
That's way too much.
29K, 28K.
28,000. John,
8,400.
8,400.
trying to do just small math. 60 minutes is in a day. I mean, in an hour.
Yeah.
Times
24 hours.
Yeah.
6 times 24 would be roughly.
But it's minutes. How many minutes in a full week?
So you do
No, I
60
know, but I'm saying
Oh,
there's
okay,
60,
yeah, yeah.
60
times
minutes in
20.
an
Yeah,
hour,
yeah,
and then there's
yeah.
24 hours, and we
Times
divide
7.
it. Yeah, divided by.
times 7.
I don't know, bro.
It's what's so you know how
It's
I
got to
do
be
it?
like
I do like stupid
18,000.
The closest one was actually John.
Yeah, hell yeah.
It's
I'm
10,080.
gonna tell you how to do it. I'm gonna tell you how I do it. I didn't learn this in right. So if it's 24 hours in a day times 60, so do 20 times 60. That's
Yeah.
12. What is that?
12,000.
1,200.
1,200.
1,200. So do the math on that 4. So then when you do like 60 times 4, add it up
Add a
times
little
by
bit.
7. I was off by like 2,000. I was close.
All right.
You know what I mean? This
Can I
is-
switch
this is-
For us.
Cheers.
I'm changing to the New York team.
The boys are getting drunk.
Oh shit.
Okay, last one. Actually, I'm not asking this because I don't know how to pronounce this. Aureolin is a shade of what color? I don't know if I'm pronouncing that right.
Areola. Isn't that the fucking nipple?
Definitely not.
It's
Definitely
like
not.
pink. Sometimes red, sometimes brown.
Okay.
It depends.
I'll say this one instead, all right?
He's already drinking. He said, "Fuck it."
You already
I'm
said
sipping
fuck
anyway.
it. How many faces does a dodecath? What the
A
fuck?
Doja Cat?
Dodecahedron have?
What the fuck is that?
Dode.
Doja Cat.
What's a dodecat? What's a dodecat?
It's a shape. It's a shape.
Geometric.
It's a shape.
Dodecahedron.
I'm gonna guess 16. I don't know.
A
Dodecahedron.
dodecagon. Oh, I'm gonna say 10.
Dodecagon. Oh, yeah,
Do-
10. I'm going to say 10.
Oh no,
20. That's
say
a
12.
decagon,
12.
right? Or
12.
Do.
25.
12.
I said.
He
I
said
said
10.
10.
It's
10.
12.
Yeah, it's
Got it
12.
right.
Jersey Duke.
He got it?
About fucking time.
All right.
Dodecagon.
Okay, this is gonna be the last one.
Dada.
Last one. So, what company was initially known as Blue Ribbon Sports?
Nike.
Fuck. Yeah.
Nope, I didn't know that.
He's a streetwear designer.
I mean, listen. They had
I'll take a shot with you. Fuck it. Why not?
they had home field advantage. It's only right that you guys
I
take the
read something
dub.
about that shit the other day. It's fresh in my mind. Honestly.
Well, speaking of, that leads up to more or less your guys' background. So you do the Journey podcast, but you also have At War,
Yes.
right?
Streetwear brand. Yeah.
So how did that come about? Where did that come from?
At War.
Yeah.
Long story short, because it is kind of a long story. I was in college. I wanted to be a fighter, a boxer, and then I tore my knee up again for the second time. I had tore it in high school, and then I tore it up again because I dropped out of college to be a fighter. And my point to say that is that I tore my knee up, and I was out of college, and it kind of messed me up mentally a little bit. Like physically, I got back. I still could have did it, but mentally, I was just all fucked up. I just was never the same. And I started just like delivering food for like just local Mexican hood spot. And this kid that was there, he had this hoodie on and it said At War, New York, and it had this logo in the front. And I'm like, yo, that shit is really cool. And he was young, bro. He was 16. I had to be like 18, about to be 19 years old. So that means he was like 14, 15. And I said, yo, that shit is dope. He was like, thanks. I was like, let me buy one. Cool. A week later, I was like, yo, would you do this? And he was like, yeah, it's my first hoodie. Like, it's just, he was a young kid, bro. You know, his father was working in the kitchen. He was working as a busboy. I was like, yo, let's go 50-50 on it. Like, out of nowhere. It just happened, you know? And we did it for like 2-3 years together, just kind of selling shit out of the trunk of our cars. He was a graphic designer. I was just more like the director in a way. And it was tough. And he quit. And I was like, yo, this is all I got. Like, I had nothing else. I didn't graduate college. I wanted to be a fighter. That shit didn't work out. I had no backup plan. I had nothing. I was delivering fucking food, bro.
No plan B.
I had nothing. And I was like, you don't want to do this shit no more. You started this shit like 6 months before I got involved, but I'm not going to just drop it just because you don't want to do it no more. Like, I've been doing it for 3 years. We both basically have the same blood in this shit, you know what I mean? And I just kept it going.
Kept it going ever since to this day.
Yeah, but it wasn't until COVID. So that was like 2014, right? So you're talking about on and off for basically like a hobby, doing this shit for 6 years. I'm working in the restaurant. I went from delivering food to being a waiter to being a bartender, right? And then COVID hit and I lost the job. But we were getting paid to stay home from unemployment. So I still had the brand. I was like, fuck it. I'm going to just take all the unemployment money. I had just moved out of my parents' crib. Rent was low.
Yeah.
I was like, fuck it. I'm going to take all the unemployment money I'm going to get for the next 6 months because it's gonna at the end of the year, it's going to run out. I'm like, taking it and putting it into the brand. And slowly but sure, I just kept on building that brick. And that's just what I did full time. But I got pushed off the ledge, though. Like I tell people, I got a little lucky. I probably would have never left that job. I was making good cash. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And so it's just funny how shit works out. But that's like the short story to it because I never in my life ever think that I designed clothes for a living. I liked clothes, but I was never like, you know what I'm saying?
Well, it's actually interesting because the other day we asked a question on our pod, and it was, do you remember what it was? Is it, do you believe in destiny, or do you feel like you create your own path?
Yeah. I always said I don't think that your life is like written in stone. I don't think that like the universe knows when you're gonna die and shit. Like I believe in God, but like I don't believe in that. I believe that I believe that everything happens for a reason, but like you're the cause of that. I don't think it's written. You know what I'm saying? I do not think that it was written. I was supposed to be a streetwear designer. This shit kind of happened. I was always creative. I had a cool perspective. That just so happened to be the medium. You know what I mean? I don't think that shit was written. It just kind of happened that way.
Yeah.
So I don't think like I believe in destiny in a way because I do think that everything happens for a reason, but I don't think that it's like written, set in stone.
But do you feel like it happens for a reason with the guidance of God? Kind of like
absolutely.
Like
God
100%.
Is it's like that old age saying where it's like you could bring the horse to water, but you can't make it drink. Like he's gonna lead you, but you still got to do this shit. You know what I mean? You still got to just like you got to surrender yourself to what's supposed to be. But like you also got to put one foot in front of the other to walk and to run and shit. You know what I mean? So there's a slippery slope there.
It's kind of interesting because I was expressing to my boys as of late, when I was going through a dark time, I told myself like, yo, if I get out of this, because I thought there was no way out, I'm like, I'll genuinely believe that there's God, right? Yeah. But my concern now is like, now that I'm out of it, it's like I didn't feel like any, crazy experience, like religious experience per se, right? Yeah. But now in my mind, I'm like, all right, is this actually his doing, or did I get myself out of this? But now I'm like, but if I decide not to believe in him, is he gonna take everything away if he does exist? So I'm kind of on that fence, right? But now as you talk about it, in my mind, I'm like, it kind of seems like God is like an investor.
He gave you the power and told you still have to do it though.
Exactly.
I give you the strength, but I can't lift the weight for you.
Exactly.
You know or you still have to do the shit, but he's giving it to you though.
Exactly.
You know what I mean?
So like you tell him like kind of like, you want to do a podcast, you want to start a clothing line, all right, I'll invest in you. Yeah. And here are the tools.
We still got to use them though.
Exactly.
We have free will.
Exactly.
Free will to make the decisions.
Yeah. So again, I'm still kind of on the fence. Like I went with the boys to church. Going to church and the whole ceremony wasn't really for me, but definitely believing in a higher power. Because I'm also somebody that really is afraid of like life after death. Mm-hmm. Like I'm scared of the unknown. So I would like to have some faith in something. Yeah. But on the other side of things, like I'm kind of somebody who like I believe things when I see it. You know what I mean? So that's the kind of the push and pull that I have. Yeah. But at the same time, like getting out of where I was back then almost seems like it was impossible without the help of something.
No, 100%.
So that's what faith is though.
Yep.
Yeah, exactly.
Faith is believing in something that you can't see.
Exactly. So that's kind of where, it's kind of like I'm at an ego war with myself. Cause for the longest time I was like, like I don't want to feel like I'm being controlled or, there's somebody watching over like every move and this, that, and the third. But I think at the same time, finding your faith is, being humble and realizing that you can't do everything 100%. On your own, Mm-hmm. So again, this is an ongoing journey for me, right? Yeah. Which kind of makes me want to segue into how you guys started, because I started seeing your guys' pop off when I was doing like my sad boy TikTok content. And then I resonated with your guys' content because your guys' content, what goes viral was when you guys hit
sad boy podcast shit.
Yeah, exactly. So how did that come to be? How did you and Jake like get to know each other, start the podcast?
So me and Jake grew up third grade together, bro. He's the center. I'm the quarterback. My hands are right up under, So we've known each other a long time. His dad was a Brooklyn NYPD cop. My dad like beat the shit out of some guy one time. He got my dad out of jail, right? So there's history between.
I didn't know that story.
Yeah, Jake smoked his first blunt with me in my room when my dad was at his girl's house. Me and him have whatever. Jake went the Catholic school route. I went public school. Jake played college football. I played college basketball.
Right.
I'm in Texas, middle of nowhere. Microfracture in my knee. Out for the season. I'm laying in bed. I can't walk for like 6 months. Bro, I'm in my last year of JUCO. Yeah. I'm devastated, bro. Basketball was my life. And I'm just like, what the fuck am I going to do? So I'm scrolling Instagram. I see Jake post a story of a podcast clip. It was Mike Stud at the time and Modson. And he was talking about how sometimes in life, you're at a certain point and you look up and there's a higher peak. But the only way to get there is to go all the way back down to the bottom to get there.
Right.
And it just hit me because I'm like, bro, I'm at rock bottom right now. I'm not about to get recruited. You know what I'm saying? My life is shit. I'm going to be out for a whole year. I'm 23 years old, a sophomore in college. Like, you know what I'm saying? I'm going to have to just get a regular job. I'm fucked. I see this clip and I hit Jake up. I haven't spoke to Jake in probably like 5-6 years. I'm like, yo, what is this? He's like, it's a podcast. Go watch it. I've never watched a pod in my life. I watched all 35 episodes that dude had on YouTube in like a week, bro. And I was like, oh, I want to start a pod. March hits, COVID hits. I come home. I see Jake start dabbling with a camera. I hit him up. I'm like, yo, would you want to produce my pod? I'm about to start it. And he's like, not really. He was like, I got to work on my shit. I'd like to give you the homie price, but the homie price isn't homie for me. Right, so I was like, all right, well, do you want to be a guest? I was like, bro, you went JUCO, you went D1 football. I was fucking playing college basketball. Like, let's just rip a pod. Yeah. It rekindled our friendship, bro.
Right away.
And then I just started bringing him periodically on as like honorary co-host. We would do internal episodes, kind of like how you guys do it, just you three, we do it. And I posted every day on TikTok from April 2022 to November 2022. Never fucking got any traction. Maybe had like 2,000 followers. And I had my first viral clip. I got like 500,000 views. 3 days later, Jake got his first viral clip. And we looked at each other and we're like, we got 1 million views in 1 week from nothing. We're nobodies. We're like, just from like bro therapy. We're just fucking complaining and like talking about our heartbreaks and shit and just being ourselves. And we're like, we have something. Yeah. And bro, I just fucking, I was like, do you want to be a full-time co-host? So I'll give 50% of you. Let's go 50-50. And he was like, I'm in. So we kind of like dropped everything and just went all in on the pod. And I mean, 3 years later, I mean, now we're at like 500,000 followers, so like it worked, and this is kind of what we do full time now. So it's, it's just crazy. The synchronicity, like just behind everything,
Yeah, but it's so small can get so big as well.
I know.
Yeah.
But it's also the true friendship. Like we were talking about it the other day, because there was a girl who basically was talking about it was a guy who was living in another country while his family was back home at the original country. And he basically abandoned them so he can grind and focus on his stuff. And then he came back to the family once he made it, right? So then the question was, did they accept him or did they reject him because he abandoned them? And in my mind, I'm like, true family, just like true friendship, if you leave and come back, they'll welcome you back with open arms, right? And you guys will pick up from where you last left off. And I said, it's the same thing with friendship, right? Like it's just true friendship. You could do that.
I had that shit happen to me because I made the stupid mistake as a kid when you're 19 years old and you find a girl that you think is going to be the one for the rest of your life. And one of my best friends, I got 3 best friends, right, that I grew up with since I'm 15 years old. One of them grew up with her. They didn't like each other. So it just wasn't going to work. You know what I mean? And you're stupid at 19 years old. You got the blinders on. I'm like, oh, fuck it. I was with my girl. You know what I mean? And fast forward a couple years, that shit, it's so funny. That shit falls apart. And the first thing that I do was call my one friend, my friend Nick, that was friends with her. We met up for lunch. It was like, nothing ever. They make fun of me about it. Like, yo, you remember those 3 years where you left us, you dickhead? And I'm just like, bro, that shit was 7
You have a friend like
ago.
that.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But it's just funny. But you're 100% right. Like, no matter what, if that shit is real, like, friendship-wise, that shit is just always going to be the same. Like, it just, bro, we hadn't seen or spoke to each other really in 3 years, sat down for lunch. It was like nothing ever changed. Yeah. It was like a relief kind of. So I was like, holy shit.
Yeah, which nowadays it's hard to come by.
Oh, hell yeah. Yeah, it's crazy, bro. 15-year friendship. That's nuts.
And I was going to ask you, too, since you did the whole fighting career at first, what do you think separates you from the rest of the world to want to pursue that kind of career, because you have to tap into a different part of
boxing,
your mind.
right? Yeah, bro.
you know?
And I'm very transparent about it. Like we spoke about it on our last internal, didn't drop yet. That I wish that I didn't stop training, right? But honestly, bro, what you said was 100% right. You have to tap into another part of you and be a savage, right? To be a fighter. And honestly, it just wasn't for me, bro. Like, you got to be like a Mike Tyson type shit. You know what I mean? I used to watch like Ali, because Ali he wasn't soft spoken. He was soft spoken in a way. He talked mad shit, but he was still like this. He wasn't like the aggressive like Mike Tyson was. So I used to want to be like that, fight defensive, move back, not be the aggressor. You come to me and you know, whatever. And it just wasn't for me, bro. I had the physical, bro. I'm an Italian kid, big kid from Brooklyn, very easily marketable. You know what I mean? It probably would have worked like financially, but I just wasn't. I just didn't have the mental, bro. And to me, boxing is 80% mental.
It's funny that you said that, because I remember I saw a clip of Mike Tyson where he basically said like he doesn't want that guy to come out. He says he doesn't like that guy,
bro.
He doesn't like to tap into that part of him that you know, that
savage. You're going in there like you could die in that ring, bro. It's like, that person's trying to kill you.
Yeah,
you know what I mean? Like,
trust
so
me, Mike
you're gonna
Tyson
try to
was
kill
going to
him.
kill.
Like,
Yeah,
this is what it is. It's just war.
Yeah.
But that's why it's so funny that at war became what it was to me, because I always wanted to. I realize now I still want to be in the boxing scene. I don't want to be the fighter, but I want to be around it. And I just didn't connect boxing and at war at the time, because I closed that boxing door and didn't think that I could like break the wall down. And two separate rooms. This door was closed, and this was the streetwear door. This was the boxing door. I walked to the streetwear door and didn't think to knock the wall down and put it together. You know what I mean? Because I was just like, that shit is another part of my life that I don't really want to be bothered with anymore. Doing it for my entire life. When it's happened to something else, and it was a mistake. I didn't have to be a fighter. I could have just combined the two. So that's what I'm working on now. I don't have to be a fighter. I could be a trainer. I could still train. I could still throw my hands, make content, spar a little bit. But I don't want to be a fighter, because you have to be a gladiator, bro, and it's just not for me.
Yeah, to be a fighter, you can't half-ass it.
Can't half-ass that shit. I got friends who do jiu-jitsu, right? Like, you do jiu-jitsu, and you, like we talked about it with Jake, like, you could go 100% in jiu-jitsu and just tap real quick and it's over. In boxing, there is like,
you can't.
Like you could die, bro.
Yeah.
Real shit. You know what I'm saying? More people have died in a boxing ring than ever in a UFC ring, anywhere, any sport ever, any boxing. You know what I mean? Just wasn't for me, dude.
So speaking of dreams, projects, old dreams, now today, what truly fulfills you? Genuinely.
You want to take that?
You can take a shot before answering if you want.
Yeah, he just took the bottle. I saw it.
Yeah.
So what fulfills you now, truly?
Yeah, what fulfills me? I mean, bro, recently I've been kind of struggling. It's been hard to like look optimistic like in the future. It's hard, I think, when you're in something that you've poured so much into and you're not exactly where you want to be. You get demoralized a lot. You guys understand it, this podcast game. There's a lot of highs and lows, content, you know what I'm saying? It fucks with you, you know? And we're all probably around like same age, you know, in our 20s, early 30s, you know, whatever. And it's just like, I guess that societal pressure starts to weigh on you. You start to compare yourself. You start to look at other people. So for me, that's been fucking with me. So I've been trying to think like, bro, what's going to like fulfill me, right? Like what's going to make me happy? What's going to make me want to do shit? And I just think, it's when you really do the things that like you want to do. You know what I'm saying? When I'm like making podcast clips and like you make a clip and you just know it's going to go viral, right? Or you're doing outreach and that big guest answers, or someone, you know, like you got to go to LA and then you got to go to Miami and you're sleeping in the fucking, I'm sleeping on the floor, Jake's on the couch, and we're fucking making ground beef and rice just to hustle. Like we complain about that shit, but I'm like, yo, that's the shit process that fulfills me, right? That's the fun shit. Yeah. Like, yeah, bro, when you get the nice crib and you get the watch and you got your car, that shit's cool when you buy it. It's like a trophy, but bro, after a week, you're sick of that car. The watch, you already want a new one. The crib, you're like, damn, well, I could get a better crib, you know? But like, then you think back, like, damn, like what motivated me? What fulfilled me? Bro, it was all the bullshit that you did. Like when you're in the trenches, when you're grinding, like that's what I think fulfills me. So I'm just trying to embrace that shit more instead of like complain. Cause it's so easy to complain when you're in a dark time instead of realizing like, yo, I'm going to appreciate this shit. Like I look back on my basketball career, JUCO is like, if you guys are familiar with junior college, JUCO, like bro, that's the trenches, you know, that's the grind. It's like you and 14 other dudes just sleep 7 people in a crib. Everyone's fighting for one scholarship, but that's your brother at the same time. that's what I miss about basketball. It was that like camaraderie between that, you know. So I'm just trying to be more grateful for the opportunities that I have, because I know when I look back, that's what really mattered.
Exactly. Yeah. And this, whenever I see on Snapchat, you know, the memories back in the days, whatever. Every
crazy.
time I go on it, I see memories of like
how skinny you were.
Doing what?
How skinny you were.
Actually, yeah. I'm like, what the fuck, you know? I would never think of me doing whatever I'm doing right now, like back in the days. You know, I saw myself, I was like, 200 pounds or something like that, like even 170. That was like my goal, is to be 200. Yeah. And when I got to 200, I was like, okay, I can't see no difference. But then again, when I see the pictures, I'm like, what the fuck? I got bigger, I grew, you know what I'm saying? It's the car, everything I had. I was back at my mom's place last year, and I got my own place, I got a new car and everything, you know, but like, I'm grateful for this. Just, I'm not grateful enough, but like, when I see those pictures, that's when I'm like, okay, shit.
I made it
I'm
somehow.
happy, you know, but I want more, but I'm happy because like, I am where I want to be, you know, kind of.
For sure.
100%.
It's a process for real.
Well, everything is hindsight, and 2020 in hindsight. Looking back, it's easy to look back. In the moment, it's very hard. You're so close to it. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I think one thing that keeps us grounded is that we always try to more or less like remind each other, like, yo, boys, we gotta stay humble. You know, like we gotta appreciate the things that we got, because I think a lot of people who get attached to this clout thing, and especially the validation that you get from an online presence, sometimes it gets to people's heads. You know, and I think one thing that I'm proud of from you guys in particular is the fact that we were able to stay like level headed, right? Like Matt in particular is one guy that, you know, he started off, quote unquote, his social media journey with a whole light skin, pretty boy approach. But he's also the same guy that, like, at the same time, like, doesn't give a fuck. Yeah. Like, what he posts versus how he actually genuinely feels is two different things, right? Like, to give you an example, like, he was doing his transplant. He's like, yo, I'm going to shave my beard. And we're like, yo, bro, you're going to look fucking ugly.
Yeah, you'd have to give me a lot of money to shave my beard.
Yeah, I don't be giving a fuck. I don't care.
We said it last time, right? A guy's makeup is his beard, right?
Bro. Tattoos in the beard, bro.
But again, like, from somebody who started off his social media journey years ago, being like the pretty boy, being basically selling sex, so to speak, right?
Thrift shopping.
But you would think that he would care so much about his physical appearance. On the contrary, like, yo, bro, I don't give a fuck. Like, who are these people to me anyways? You know, like, I, you know, as long as I'm my family or the people that I love, like, who gives a fuck, you know?
100%.
But we know other people in the social media space that image is everything. And it's like, yo, first off,
well, that's because this is no disrespect to anybody in particular, but they're probably losers in real life.
Yeah,
that's the thing.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? You could be cool online. It's like money don't make you cool. Money can't unlame you. Like, if you're a lame, you're lame. You know what I'm saying? So it don't matter if you're cool on Instagram. You know what I'm saying?
They get affected by any comments, anything.
Bro. And you could tell. Like, I'll be reading comments sometimes and be like, oh, see, that motherfucker triggered you. You stupid. You letting that faceless account get to you, bro. You know, come on, man.
Well, one of my favorite quotes is always, you'll never be judged by somebody who's doing more than you. It's always people that are doing less than you.
Or even anywhere remotely near you.
Yeah, exactly.
You know what I'm saying?
It's hard in the beginning, though, like when you first get to social media, because our brains aren't designed to handle that much judgment from everyone.
You gotta get
how
detached.
Cruel that shit could be, you know?
Definitely.
So, like, in the beginning, you're reading everything, and you're like, holy shit, and it fucks with you. But then once you continue to do it, you're like, bro, it doesn't matter.
I laugh about it.
It's not that deep.
I remember I posted a clip one time knowing I'm gonna get fucking flamed. Oh yeah, bro. I talked about how I was with a girl. I drove to Texas with her. I really didn't want to be with her. Okay. I really didn't. I was with her for
Texas from where?
New York to Texas. Yeah, drive. But as soon as we got in the car, she started crying, and I was like, "Why are you crying?" And she was like, "Because I know this is the last time we're gonna be together."
Oh, damn.
And I was like, "You're like, she's probably right."
I shouldn't laugh. 12-hour drive in front of
No, seriously, I got 30 hours with her, and this is 5 minutes in the ride. I'm like, fuck.
5 minutes in the ride.
5 minutes in the ride. You haven't even left the hometown yet.
You had pre-nut clarity.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
You better drive straight to the airport.
Knew, bro. It was like, so I'm saying I was fucked up, but I put this out there. I was like I know the distance is gonna make us break up, and like I didn't have the balls to break up with her in person. So I was like, hopefully this distance, like I can't do long distance. Boom. But I get to Texas. The girl like I wanted 4 years ago, DM me. And I was like, oh, I want her.
Yeah.
So then I stopped answering the other girl. You know what I'm saying? And and it ended up like it was a bad breakup. Like it was trash, you know. And then I ended up dating the other girl for 3 years. But I said that story in like a minute 30. I posted that. And I was like, I know I'm about to get killed. And bro, you read the comments. I hope love never finds me. I hope this type of love never finds me.
I have one of those too.
I hope this dude burns in hell. This guy's a piece of shit, you know. And I'm just kind of like laughing. I'm just like, damn. Like I signed up for it though, you know. So like, I think once you get to that point where you know, if you can raise like a contradiction and make people engage in it, you won, regardless. Whether you're good or bad, bro.
A view is a view. A like is a like. A comment is a comment.
Bro, if you try to appease everybody, you appease nobody.
No, forget about it.
It's really hard for me from a clothing designer perspective because I sometimes feel like I want to make stuff that I think is cool, but that might not. You also need to like kill your ego a little bit and understand that like what you might think is cool, the masses, the people that are gonna buy your shit might not think it's cool, right? And then you might put some shit together where you're like, I don't really feel too confident about this shit, but fuck it, like I need to do it, and it hits. And you're just like, damn, bro, I'm in this gray area right now where it's like, what the fuck do I do, bro?
Well, at the same time, you know, like it's the people that will buy it regardless, are like that's your clientele, right?
Yeah, you have your core regardless.
Exactly. The same thing from you. It's like the people that watch the entire podcast, like those are the real listeners, not the people that watch the 1 minute clip, right? I remember there's one clip that you guys posted about me when I was talking about the open relationship, and I got flamed, and he sent it to me, and I literally just said, I honestly just like shrugged my shoulders. I'm like, yo, what do you want me to do? Like, I don't give a fuck. And people said like, I knew there was something wrong with him. Yes, I have a lot of things wrong with me. Like, there's a reason.
They were like,
thank you.
They saw you as like the perfect man and everything, and as soon as they saw the clip, they were like, oh my god, okay, this is who he is. I was like, bro, you got to watch the whole thing and understand his perspective. You know, because first of all, they saw it, they're like, oh my god, I can blame him on being a bad guy. You know, like as soon as you see the whole thing, like you understand, because he was honest with the girl and said everything he had to say.
Well, there was people also defending my point of view that watched the pod, right?
But that's the thing. It's like, all right, if you get, let's just use a round number, 100 comments, 50 of them are bad, 50 of them are good. Like we're just built, like it might be like this innate human perspective to always look at the bad.
Only look at the bad.
But there's good there too. But the bad always, for some reason, will at least in the beginning, will outweigh the good. It's from a comment. Or, you know what I'm saying?
But the fact that we are willing to be that open and speak about that type of stuff and tell these stories. And like, bro, I've cried on camera before.
Yeah,
like
100%.
I literally have broke down on this shit and cried like hysterically and proudly posted the clip.
Yeah.
It's like, bro, like you want, like I didn't see one comment. Like I'm sure there was one, but like the fact that we can go out there and talk about being bad to a girl, maybe breaking a girl's heart, maybe getting your heart broken.
Yeah.
That's what resonates with people, not the fake shit where the people care about the cloud and they try to keep this perfect persona. This is why I believe like you guys are successful, we're successful, we're both on our way up, is because, bro, you know how many guys relate to the shit that we speak about? Like, I'll be honest. I don't know if I told you. You guys definitely don't know, bro. When I was going through like a really bad relationship, like a year and a half ago, like really bad. I was with like a narcissist girl, and
we all been there.
It was fucking rough, bro. It was like the roughest 8 months of my life. I never allowed a woman to affect me this much. She was also the best looking girl I've ever been with. So her personality didn't match her face to my standard. You know what I'm saying? But I like stayed with her because I'm like, damn, like she's
bad. She bad.
She didn't mean it. She meant to. Her phone.
Every time she got you tight, you were like, I hate this bitch, but I love her.
You get pissed at her. She walks away. You're like, fuck.
I love to see her walk away.
Her phone obviously died that night. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Like her phone was dead. You know?
She was busy. She was sleeping.
Bro, she was with her friends.
She was. Yo.
And so, bro, a percentage of that, what got me through that, I tapped into your guys' like long form pod, and like at night, like bro, I would watch that shit, and it would like, bro, like you guys would talk about obviously your scenarios, other people's scenarios. It would be funny, like it made me like, bro, it helped me through it. I don't know what exactly, but it helped me get through it.
Respect.
Like me just watching you guys, because you guys tell personal stories and it's funny, shit that I can relate to. But most people are afraid to talk about those things that are embarrassing or you could be insecure about. But I'm just like, I was like, bro, that shit kind of got me through.
Yeah.
You know, like that was one of the things that helped me through that dark time. And it's just kind of funny though. You know, like The vulnerability and the honesty.
But speaking of honesty, I don't mind saying that on camera. So
watch out, bro.
No, I don't give a fuck.
Like this.
No, but so when I was single, I tried something. Okay, so hear me out.
Take a shot.
No.
You had a method.
No, but they know already. They're just, you guys can understand. So they're really honest or blunt. Me, I was like, bro, regardless of what you do, if you lie or you tell the truth, you're going to be the bad guy. Speaking of, he said the truth and then he was a bad guy. You get what I mean? Yeah. So when I was single, I was like, I'm going to prove this fucking theory. I don't give a fuck. So, and one part of when I was single, I was just lying to bitches. I was the bad guy. And then on the other part, I was saying the truth and I was the bad guy. So I was like, what the fuck do you want me to do? I'm the bad guy regardless. So you know what? Now I'm going to just, get what I need to do to get some pussy. Like, that's it. You know what I mean? I'm not into that anymore. Like, now I'm chilling. But at some point when I was single, I was like,
back in the days.
Yeah, back in the days.
For research purposes.
Yeah, research purposes.
You do it for the boys.
It's funny. You know what's funny? I'm being honest. That girl, before I started talking to her, she followed you. So at the time, I've started like watching your guys long form because like I was still
so we didn't connect yet.
We didn't briefly, but like we never set it up.
Yeah.
So like obviously I knew who you guys were. I've watched your shit. I've watched the clips, and then
oh my god! Wait, hold on. What's in these
I came
cups?
across your page.
No, but I need to know who the fuck that is, bro.
We'll look after.
Because maybe we have some tea, bro. Like I don't know.
So I'm like, I click on your page and I see, and I'm just like, oh. Like she follows him. Right?
You're like
he's a good-looking guy, a lot of followers. I get it,
but he's shorter than me, so I'm good.
So I'm just like, I like jokingly bring it up to her one day, and like the moment I mentioned it to her, she unfollowed you.
Okay.
So I was like, all right,
okay,
she's
loyal.
loyal
to a degree.
Yeah, it was just funny. It was just funny, like the way the universe like brings shit together.
Did you go on my profile, click on message to see if we ever like spoke or something?
On her phone?
Yeah.
Brother?
Because if you want to do something, you can give me her Instagram and we can look together.
Oh no, we'll do that.
We'll do that
off cam. I didn't know, bro.
Unfollow. Okay, yeah. She loyal.
You said a year and a half ago, right?
Yeah.
Okay, we're good.
It could be good. It could be good. I'm over it now, so it's kind of funny. I would like to see. But no, bro, I was probably pretty scared to go through her phone.
Yeah, I get that.
Like I knew her password, and I was like, not doing it.
Avoid the headache.
Not doing it.
Yeah.
Bro, you seek and you shall find.
Yeah.
But I was about to ask, do you guys do that? Are you the type of guy to go through her phone or not?
I have a funny story.
I've only done that one time, and I was 20, and I didn't see her talking to
anything
to another guy. I saw her talking to a friend about me, about how she felt like she was like losing herself in the relationship.
Okay,
it was a different type of hit, actually.
Yeah, I was about to say that hurts.
Yeah, I don't know what I would rather, her fucking somebody else or her talking to her friend about how she lost. I don't know. It was weird. That was the only time I ever did that shit. Never had to do that shit again. I don't think anybody's ever done it to me, at least that I know of.
So I got two. So the one where I'll tell the other one first. So the girl that I had broke up with after the trip, right? One day, the girl that I really wanted was messaging, but we were like literally talking as friends. Literally, like you could go through the message. I would willingly be like, you go, but it's still not right speaking to another girl.
Yeah.
So I remember I'm doing laundry one time, and I just feel the presence behind me, and all I hear is I start turning before she speaks, and all I hear is like, "Come over to the fucking pool," and I was like, fuck. I just told that girl because like I posted a picture of the pool and she was like, I want to come swimming, and I'm like, yeah, come to the pool whenever you want. And then I'm just like, motherfucker, like she went through my phone. I left it over there. So that was one time when I got caught. That was it. But one time, bro, when I went through a girl's phone, it was bad.
It was bad news.
Oh man. So this was my girlfriend at the time, and I don't know, bro. I was feeling like a little insecure about her. Like to me, like
a gut feeling.
Yeah, but like she was trustworthy, but like her history, not to like blow her up, but whatever. Like she wasn't like too sexual, right? Like she didn't grow up like that. She was practically a virgin. She didn't like she came from very strict parents, right? So she wasn't like accustomed to that. I was kind of used to having sex, you know. So it's like we're sleeping in the same bed during COVID, and like we're not doing any. So I'm like, she must like not like me, or there must be someone else.
Yeah.
But she was like living with me, so I'm like, can't be anyone else. So I'm like, all right, let's see who she's messaging. So she falls asleep one night, and I see the phone, and I'm like, all right, I think I know the password. So I grab it, and like I'm going through it, you know, I'm like under the covers. Right? Like,
Yeah.
Her back, she's facing that way. I'm like behind her, you know, like little spoon, big spoon. And I'm going through the shit, and I'm trying to open it. I can't open it, bro. So I'm like, damn, like she might wake up, whatever. So I'm like, let me just go to the bathroom. I'm gonna take her phone with me. So stupid, bro. I get up, I go to the bathroom, I fucking lock her phone out. I come back, she's still asleep. I'm like, all right, I'm good. So I drop her phone like on the floor, like it fell off the bed. As soon as I lay down, she's like, where's my phone? She was up the whole time. I'm like, no. I'm like, I started like tapping the bed. You know? I'm like,
Oscar-worthy performance.
I'm like, it's got to be here somewhere. And then like, I know it's on the floor. So I look over. I'm like, oh, it's right
there.
It
is.
fell off. And she was like, no, when you were in the bathroom, it wasn't there. I checked. And I was like, and like, bro, I didn't even get in the phone. It was like,
so
you know, so
no
yeah,
problem.
that was my one. I was like, you know what? Let me not do that ever again. If she's gonna do something, she's gonna do something.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So I was like, but yeah, that was my bad.
Shit.
Fuck. Can you just imagine 3 a.m. though?
Yeah.
And like you just hear like, where's my phone?
Yeah.
Like she's fully awake.
Yeah,
Like she
yeah,
knew the
yeah.
whole time.
Is it a prerequisite for you boys to have your girlfriend's password, or is it just like no?
You know, I had you ever share locations with a girl before?
No,
Yeah.
That's rough, bro.
no, don't do that. I feel
Yeah,
toxic.
I did that one time, and we broke up, got back together, and when we broke up, we stopped sharing locations, and when we got back together, I was like, yo, I'll never do that shit again.
Yeah.
You know, it's like no disrespect to you at all.
Yeah.
That shit just builds up a lot of anxiety.
Yeah,
Like
yeah.
you could be somewhere, and I don't know where the fuck you are, and you're not doing nothing wrong, or vice versa. I'm at a friend's house, I didn't tell you I was going there. Then you got to start like breaking down your day and shit.
Yeah,
and it's like,
yeah,
what were you
yeah.
doing here? I'm just like, yo, you know what? Let's just trust each other here.
Yeah.
Let's
Yeah.
not,
Let's
like,
be
you
grown
know what I mean?
adults here.
You know what I'm saying? Like, yo, you could flip that and be a guy that just like wants to do his own thing while also in a relationship, and that's just like a history thing. But for me, bro, it's just like it's just very anxiety ridden.
Yeah, I'll only share a location if ever I'm traveling.
Yes,
Like-
from a safety perspective.
Yeah, if she's traveling,
Yes.
I want to have your location
Yeah,
because
I wanna
God
make sure you
forbid,
good. Yeah, for
it's
sure.
a fucked up world that we live in.
100%.
Like, I need to have your location at least when you travel. Come back home, take it off. I don't.
Yeah, I agree.
Yeah, I did. Bro, I was a sucker. I was on some sucker shit.
You've
We
been
all
through
been
some
there.
shit,
We
bro.
all
You-
been
I
there,
think
bro.
we all-
No,
I
I've
think
been,
it's
been through some shit. Nah, so bro, I with the like narcissist girl that fucked me up. Bro, I shared my because like she was. This is what narcissist does, right? I'm loyal. I'm not talking to anyone. I'm like, bro, I got the baddest girl I've ever had. Like, I'm not fucking this up. Like, I'm gonna treat her right. And my ex broke my heart because I wasn't doing right. So everything I did wrong, let me do for this girl. So I'm doing everything. I'm like proud of myself. I'm like. You're being a good boyfriend. So she's like, she would throw shit on me that I wasn't even doing to like pick a fight so she could do whatever.
Projecting.
So I'm like, you know what?
That'd be
I'm
the
like, I'm
worst,
gonna, bro, I'll give you my location. I gave her my location. She didn't give it back.
Oh,
Nah, ain't no way. Ain't no way.
Nah,
That's a red
Can you
flag.
imagine that?
Ultimate crash out.
bro.
I'm crashing out.
Bro, because you know what the worst thing is? You know what the worst is, bro? Is being in a relationship or even a situationship with a girl like that, and like you don't have a location, and now she's posting on her story. You're trying to see where she's at. You trying not to open the story quick, so you're going to your burner account to open it. She's doing the same shit to you. Now you guys are playing this game. You're not talking for 3 days. Who's gonna call first? Who's gonna text first? That shit take years off your life, bro.
You know who wrote that book?
Yeah.
Brother, you're the founding father of that book.
I'm exposing you.
What the fuck have I done?
He's shocked right now.
Yo,
I don't even know why he's shocked.
I'm a victim.
I'm a victim. Yo, hear me out. You know what he did? So he was talking to this girl. This girl took too long to answer. He put a timer.
Yeah.
He calculated the time that she answered. He said 48 minutes to answer me.
Double it.
Double it.
He double it. Put a timer.
Okay.
I was like, what the fuck are you doing? He's like, I don't give a fuck. So I'm gonna play that game. Fucking bet.
You want to play that game? I'm gonna play that game.
I'm like, just answer. He's like,
That's real shit though. That's real shit.
Now, 48 minutes you didn't touch your phone as a girl?
No, bro.
Stop playing with me.
With some girl,
100%.
he's like 3 days now.
Okay, but still.
3 days now.
No, yeah, 1,000%, bro.
Now speaking 1 week, once a week.
Until I'm over it. Okay, fine. Talk to
Until you
yourself.
just stop speaking to each
Exactly,
other.
bro.
It's crazy. It's crazy.
Bro, a girl if you're not working or whatever, my nigga,
You're on your
2
phone.
hours.
Nah, it's crazy.
2 hours is crazy, you know? I know when I'm not answering, you know?
Yeah.
But 2 hours, come on now.
No, but
I know you got your phone in your hands.
Right.
That's
Every time I'm with you, you on your phone the whole
Exactly.
time.
That's all we do.
You're on your phone the whole
I
time.
understand.
You know
Or
what
you
I'm
messing
saying?
with like an influencer bitch. Like, you know she's on her phone.
Yeah.
All fucking day. For work, for not for work. Like, you saw my shit. And now if you have a location, it's even worse. Because, like, you didn't answer me for 2 hours, but I see you.
I see you moving.
What is going on over
You're
here?
gonna tell me you don't have Apple CarPlay and my thing doesn't pop up on the car?
See, it's here. Like, there's no way in hell she's not gonna answer for me in 2 hours, and then I'm gonna answer in 2 minutes.
Yeah.
Fuck, I look like.
No, you're right. 100%.
No way.
No, wait. One thing. On the other end, he gets, oh my God. Bro, we're just out the airport. The guy gets mad because on the other end, the girls answer too fast also.
No, but that's crazy.
No, he said
that's
to me,
crazy.
I feel that though.
I feel that. No, I feel that too.
It's like, why are you answering so fast?
waiting for the login. He goes, fuck, I'm so annoyed. She's already answering. I'm like, isn't that the point?
No,
It's like, no, I don't.
I need balance, bro. I need balance, bro.
She answered you within 15 seconds. Now you feel like, no, I gotta answer you.
I can
within
answer
fucking
now.
15 seconds. You know what I'm saying?
If it's like 2 minutes, a minute, 3 minutes, you know, that's fine. That's a G spot. You know what I'm saying? But like, if I'm typing and I see your head coming, I'm like, hey.
Right.
You're
Like you type,
Yeah.
pocket, vibrate. Fuck. And then you're like,
See?
I feel you, bro. I
Exactly.
feel like 4 to like 7 minutes window.
Between that,
Perfect.
perfect,
I
yeah.
get to put my phone down. I get to think a little
Breathe,
bit.
you
Maybe
know?
think about what I just said. What might she say?
Say
But
the
bro,
right
if you
thing.
just type and then you see her typing before you get the phone, no,
Well,
that's
let me ask you
stop.
this. You guys put your read receipts on for your girl?
Nah, it's off.
No, it's off.
Touch yourself?
Did I?
What is that?
Oh, it's just a floof?
Where does this come from? Where the
fucking
fuck
leaf?
does it come
I thought he was
Where does it
I was
come
like, what the fuck was that?
I was like,
so
are
you
you
don't put your
bleeding?
read receipt on for your girl?
No.
I don't put it
I'll
out for
play that
anybody.
game too. Like if you do have it on,
I don't play
I'll
for
open
anybody.
it, we'll text, yada yada. But like you send me some stupid shit, you hold on to the fucking thing. I could read the message, but it doesn't open the message. I'm gonna just leave you on delivered. You know what I mean? And you know I have my read receipt on for you.
Yeah.
So if I'm leaving you on delivered, you fucked up.
Yo, these apps and these settings are just ops.
No, you're right. You're
No,
100%.
It's all to
This
feed
shit
more to the
fucked- This shit
toxicity.
fucked up the world.
Yo, Steve Jobs is toxic. I don't care.
No, it's bad. He set us up. I got, bro, one time when like a girl wasn't answering, right? My girl, the toxic one. All right,
Yeah.
so
Yeah,
let's talk about her. No, it's funny because like, bro, I've never like told these stories, and Jake has been like, bro, he's like, you're a pussy. He's like, you've never talked about this shit on our pod, and I was just like, bro, I'm over it. I don't want to talk about it. It was a bad time, you know what I'm saying? So listen to this one. This is a good one. I'm not even going to get into Valentine's Day. My birthday is February 15th, day after Valentine's Day. I always kind of ruined Valentine's
Set
Day
up.
for
Yeah,
me
yeah,
because
yeah.
I always had to
it's
fucking
her
do
day.
the Valentine's
It's her day and your day.
Yeah,
No,
so
there is
it's
no
like-
his day. It's just her
no
day.
his
Yeah,
day.
it's her day.
Yeah.
So whatever. She ruins Valentine's Day. I had 3 things planned. It was going to be nice. All in the city, bought the tickets, everything. She ruins it, right, over some bullshit. I think now she was going on Valentine's Day with someone else. Okay. Whatever. Cool. Next day is my birthday.
This was what year?
Last year.
Last year.
Oh, I know. So I know the story. I
Yeah,
remember
2024. So I get, me and John heard about this at the pizza shop.
Yeah, I remember this.
So
Fuck this bitch.
So I get a text, happy birthday, sorry about yesterday, whatever. I hope you enjoy your day. Thank you, I appreciate it. I'm a sucker. Next text message, by the way, I'm going to Miami tomorrow and I haven't got paid yet. Can you please send me $400? We're about to lose the hotel. Second text on my birthday at 7 a.m. So I'm like,
That was on your birthday.
The
on my birthday.
The audacity.
Birthday morning. Birthday morning.
Following up an apology, by the way.
Yeah, after the apology. By the way, so then I'm like, let me know if you can get it. If you really need it, I got you. Okay, later that day, I see her. We go out to dinner for my birthday. I pay for dinner. Okay.
On your birthday.
On my birthday. Cool, whatever. I'm the man.
I understand, I can
whatever.
relate.
You know what I'm
that's
saying?
crazy.
Like,
I can
it's my
relate.
birthday. I'll still pay for it.
Makes sense, right?
Later at dinner, though, oh, yo, like, we're about to lose the hotel. Like, can you please send that money?
Like IRL in real life.
Yeah. Oh yeah, face to face,
wow.
right here in Brooklyn.
After you just paid dinner.
After I just bought dinner, yeah. So we're at
How much? Wait. How much was dinner?
oh, like 150, 160.
Okay.
Couple drinks. You know what I'm saying? Nothing. It's a little Spanish vibe, Blend City, cool vibe, whatever.
Yeah.
We just want to calculate the deficit. Go on.
Italian. So now, right? So I'm like, bro, I got some drinks in me. She's looking good. I'm like, got you, my man. I'm pay for it.
Big boy pants.
Yeah. He looked at her. He goes, yeah. All you want.
400. Let me give you 8.
Yeah, I get money. Enjoy yourself. You know what I'm saying? So, whatever, pay it. She goes to Miami the next day. She's there for a week. I don't hear from her for the whole week.
No
Oh.
kidding.
Beg your pardon.
Bro, she ghosts me. Doesn't answer for the whole week. Posting on Instagram all week.
Oh.
I know.
I'm calling. I'm texting. I'm like, bro,
This is what you posted in the fucking in the rolls,
bro, posting in the rolls, posting the lights, the stars in the
You're
room.
like, that's not my Rolls Royce.
She posted in the rolls.
in a roll. No, listen.
No,
it gets
what's him?
Yo, it gets better. You're welcome. This is gonna go crazy viral for you guys. I'm gonna be a sucker, but it's good. Some girl's gonna like this shit. So she comes back, hits me up. I'm like,
audacity.
what was that? As soon as she gets back, hits me up.
Right.
I'm like, yo, we need to talk. So we get in person, we talk. I'm like, bro, what were you doing? And she was like, you know that show you watch, Top Boy?
Top boy. I don't know.
Top Boy.
The
You've
UK.
seen it. So I'm like,
A UK show, whatever.
yeah, the
Yeah,
UK,
Top Boy.
the UK trap show.
Top boy. Yeah, top boy. Oh yeah.
Yes.
So I'm like, yeah. She's like, remember the dude that died in the second season, Jamie?
Very
was like-
specific.
Jamie, the character.
Yeah.
And I'm like, yeah, why? And she was like, well, we met him at the club and like we were just with him all week.
Oh.
And I was like,
Bro.
he's like, but we didn't do anything though. He was just trying to get me, you know, and like,
Yeah.
Trying.
and I was like, that's what you were doing all week?
If he was trying, when would you entering? You know what I'm saying?
If he didn't succeed,
What
why
the fuck did
not
you?
answer?
Wait, give me a second. What the fuck did you just say? She tried to pass one quick.
They're being polite, but I know in their minds they said, "What the fuck did he just say?"
No, we don't let that.
I got the gist of what he said. That's Tequila's phone. It's a lightweight in the beginning. It's
Wait,
slow,
wait.
you know what I'm saying?
I didn't really hear it. What did you say?
If he was trying, why wouldn't she answer? That's what I said.
Oh, right. Yeah.
Okay.
So I'm a little fucked up, bro. And I'm like, what are you talking about? So I'm like, bro, like I paid for you and your friend's stay in Miami. You ghost me, and now you're chilling with an actor
And
on
you're
a
back.
show that I fucking watch, and I put you on.
Wait. Question. How much do you hate that show now?
No, that show's great.
You're good.
Bro, that's not his problem. He don't
Yeah,
know. Bro,
you didn't know.
You know what I'm saying,
You
bro?
didn't know.
Kudos to you,
Yeah.
bro. Like,
True.
like, bro, you got that, you got it. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's a compliment to me. He ran down on her at the club. Like, all right, I got a good-looking girl.
Yeah,
At
yeah.
least just looks.
So what happened?
It's you guys' girl.
So she just kept. It's our girl now. Yeah.
So what happened?
So yeah, bro. I mean, it just.
How many times you watched the episode that he died in?
It's in slow mo.
No, but let's get in the juice. What happened? What did she do?
Like, did you end up finding anything else outside from what she told you?
She denied everything.
Okay,
She
well-
said he was fiending and. We just hung out for a night and he was just buying us drinks.
Do you believe that?
And that lasted a week.
do you believe that?
I told myself
Yeah, I'm gonna break your bubble. Do you believe that?
right now,
Yeah.
no.
Oh, all right.
Do I believe that?
No.
It's fucking Jamie.
For
Top Boy.
how long?
What the fuck is it?
For how long you stayed with her after that?
Oh, like that was February. We didn't finish until like May.
Okay, so still.
Oh yeah. The final straw was vacation with the ex.
She went on vacation.
You went on
Ex?
vacation with
What kind of relationship did you have?
I thought she was
Did you? No.
Wait,
Did you have
we
a
just have to
relationship?
know. If you don't want to, it's chill. What's her ethnicity?
Italian and Irish.
Damn.
Damn.
Italian.
I think
What's wrong with that?
I think that's enough said.
Nothing wrong.
Yo, listen.
No, it hurt my soul that you said that.
What the fuck? Why?
My experience with Italians, I'm not surprised.
Yeah. Oh wait, what ethnicity was she?
Yeah.
I thought you said me.
Oh, that's what you.
That's what I'm like.
What the fuck is wrong with me, nigga?
What is like, bro? What's good with me? No. Oh, bro, she's Puerto Rican and Brazilian.
Of course.
But yo, you know what? At least she told you, bro. I had a girl one time tell me, and we weren't together, but like we were talking on and off, and I saw that she went to the Bahamas, right? And I'm like, I'm all right. And at the time, she was living in Florida, so I'm just trying to, she's taking pictures, and I'm trying to put some shit together. I'm like, is she in Florida? Or is she on an island right now? You know what I mean? And we weren't speaking.
Yeah.
And I remember when we started speaking again, and we started like fighting and shit. I'm like, bitch, like, you were just in the fucking Bahamas 2 months ago, and you're on my shit. Like, who are you with? And she wouldn't tell me who she was with. And I'm like, oh, you're not gonna tell me? She's like, nah, like, what if he was really famous? I'm like, bitch, that makes it even worse. Like, what are you talking about? I'm like, if somebody took you to the Bahamas, she was like, nah, like, all his friends were there and shit too. I'm like, that's even worse. what are you talking about? And she would never tell me who it was. So at least you know who it was.
Yeah.
You know?
Oh, no. Yeah, I know who that was. But I'll give you guys final straw. Last thing. And she's done.
She's done.
Done. This was the final straw. So we're not really speaking. After that Miami shit, like, we spoke, but I kind of cooled off.
Yeah, because
I might have chilled with her, like,
yeah.
honestly, 2 times. And, like, it was very, like, so I was, like, kind of checked out.
Right.
So I see her Snapchat. She's in Puerto Rico. My impulsive thing, I'm like, where you at? I see Puerto Rico, but I'm being dumb. So she was like, I'm in Puerto Rico. That's it. I'm like, who you with? She's like, I'm with my grandma.
All right.
I said, all right. So I know her grandma is Puerto Rican, so checks.
Yeah,
Makes sense.
Take a selfie with her. Take a selfie with her. I want to see your grandmother.
No, this is good. You guys are gonna love
Fuck you
this
talking
one.
about?
You guys are gonna love this one. So then, a couple days go by, and she's like texting me, bro. She's texting me pictures of the Airbnb, and I'm like, oh shit, like that's just fire, right? So I got like 8 pictures of like the Airbnb. I got a good one of the backyard too, like really good one of the backyard. So I'm looking on Instagram one day, and her ex, who's from like where I'm from, we have mutual followers. We had went to the same school at some point in high school. Yeah. I was the basketball player. He was doing the cameras, and I don't know him though. He gets suggested as a follower.
Oh God, bro.
I look at the profile picture, and I'm like, damn, that looks familiar. So I click on his page, and then I click on the profile picture. He's private. And I like zoom in, and I'm like, I feel like I just saw that backyard. And so now I pull it. Now I X out of Instagram. I go to the picture, right? And I'm like, hold up. So there's an overhang, and I'm looking at the wood slats on the overhang, and I'm like, wait, that's the same wood slats. And then I look at the bush, and I'm like, that's the same bush. Then I see the pool, and then I'm like, wait, that's the same stones on the pool. And that's his fucking profile picture in a white fucking Zara outfit, like.
The guy remembers exactly.
And I'm like, yo, she went on vacation with her fucking ex. So I text her. I'm like, yo, you're funny as fuck. That's all I said.
Yeah.
She answers 2 days later. Laugh my ass off. Thanks. I don't answer. 2 days later, she texts me, why'd you say I'm funny?
Oh, now she wants to know.
Yeah.
I said, do you think I'm fucking stupid? I said, I just saw so-and-so's profile picture. Yeah. That's the same fucking backyard you just sent me.
Yeah.
I was like, so you're telling me you went with your grandma, you went with your ex? And then she's like, oh, my family invited him and didn't tell me.
Oh. What the ladies and gentlemen, we have a gaslighter.
Hey, you want to know who wrote the book?
Yeah.
Yo.
So, bro, I'm like, wait, so did y'all share a room? And she was like, nah, my grandma wouldn't allow that. We slept in separate bedrooms. I'm like, so you're telling me you went to Puerto Rico with your ex and you didn't sleep in the same bed as him? You guys didn't do anything. No, I really didn't even know he was coming. He's still cool with my family. So they invited him. When I got there, he was there.
Right.
I said, oh, makes sense. Right? Checks out.
Perfectly.
And that was the final straw for me.
Yeah.
And I was like, stop torturing yourself.
Yeah.
Amen.
Buy your piece.
Did she
Come on.
run up applause? Did she do a comeback since?
Yeah, did she spin
You
the block?
DM me today.
Yeah.
She spun the block?
Of course.
Tell that bitch to go fuck herself.
I can relate though on the Miami and the LA ghosting for, you know.
Oh.
Yeah, I can relate. Yeah.
Even the locations. I remember one point Matt was saw her location of one of his exes. And he's like, yo, I don't recognize this fucking location. I'm like, yo, bro, I'm in the car. I'm gonna go pull up. Because that shit, especially for Matt, no offense, there's overthinking, and then there's whatever the fuck this kid does.
I feel that.
No, man, you know, I don't be giving a fuck until I do give a fuck.
And then you really give a fuck.
Oh, brother,
Too much time.
I'm checking everything. And if it doesn't make sense, we have an issue.
Bro, I'm checking following. I'm making a new Instagram account because I know if I click on your following, it's not chronological. But if I make a new Instagram account, and then if that one don't work, I'm gonna make another. And you think who wrote the book? I'm an author on one of these books. I'm an author on one of these books. You know what I mean? And I'll make 3 Instagram accounts to make sure that motherfucker's chronological. And why the fuck did you follow him? And I'm going to his pictures. You liking his shit from 3 months ago? It's the shit that I do to bitches. You doing that shit to me? I wrote the book on this shit, bro. So, bro, fuck that. I'm celibate. I'm Christian, Catholic for Lent. I gave up pussy for Lent.
Amen.
Fuck that.
Wow.
Fuck, man.
That's crazy.
Hey man, but listen, all this to say, boys, is that it builds character. Yeah. So like you say you were a sucker, right? But, But at that point, you didn't looking back. Maybe that's how you see yourself. But at the time, you were just a young jock trying to figure out the world, bro. We've all been through similar situations. Well, not him.
Yeah, nah.
He's been single for the past.
You've been single for a while.
No headache. I'm good. I get the headaches, but no relationship.
Oh, bro, my last 2 clips that I posted, I was like, why the fuck would I sign up for that?
Yeah.
I was like, I saw what it did to me.
Yeah.
Why would I put myself in that position, bro? It took so much. That shit took so much from me. I'm like, bro, I'm good. Like while I'm trying, I can't have, bro. I feel like as a man, when you are on your path, when you're trying to be successful, the only way you can have a woman in your life is if she's adding to that and she supports you and she brings you mental peace.
Yeah.
If you have a girl that's stressing you out, taking you away from your number one, bro, you cannot be with that girl. That girl, that female stress, the way a man handles that, it takes from everything. Yeah. It fucks with his friendships. It fucks with his business. It fucks with his fitness. It fucks with everything. It makes you not want to do anything. It cripples you. So when you are on your way up, if that girl isn't really rocking with you, bro, do not put yourself in that position, because you are never going to make it to where you want to be if you have someone fucking holding you back.
Yeah. I think for a lot
Preach!
of
Amen!
Real shit.
Fucking preach!
Give me a second. Relax.
No,
What the fuck down? He doesn't. No, because I hate it. You don't see him. We know him. He's like, yeah. Because hear me out. Hear me out. So he doesn't do relationship headaches, but instead of having simple single life, he likes to have purposely headaches being single.
Nah.
Yes.
Nah.
You do it on purpose. It's so fucking
You want to
funny.
know what his excuse is?
I have to do it.
You see?
What do you mean? It's like if she.
It's an illness, is what he means.
No.
Yes, he always says one thing. He always says that he's the victim.
Yes, I am a victim. I'm a fucking victim. Yes,
We're all victims.
1000%.
No, stop,
I
John.
can't- I
Stop
can't-
feeding his delusion, bro. It's not.
I don't know
I can't
specifically,
be rude.
but these bitches just wildin', man.
No, but him, they're not wilding. He's wilding. Like, they're simple.
Yeah, I don't know.
Like,
The boys are saying it, bro. They
no,
might
no,
be
bro.
right. I don't
Bro,
know. Bro. I don't know the situations enough.
Those
you know what I'm
girls,
saying?
like a fun, I'll give you an example. Fine shit comes his way. Super fine shit. His type, everything. At first, we're like, oh, yeah, she nice, all that. If she's answering too fast, he's like, nah, I don't want it anymore. If she's answering too slow, nah, I don't want it anymore. And then he'll give her a little bit of attention. She comes over. He goes, nah, listen, I don't know why. I'm just not into it anymore. And I'm like, what's the issue? He goes, nah, j'ai la flemme. What is it? What's the translation for j'ai la flemme?
Sometimes it's just too much, bro. And my peace is at stake. It's at stake. You know what I'm saying? I love my
He's got the
peace.
right
I do feel
mindset,
you.
bro.
I love
I
my
feel
peace,
you. Like,
know?
I feel like once you're single,
Yeah.
right, and then you are having like little flings, right? You're messing with like certain girls, right? it's a little more than just like a friends with benefits, but it's obviously less than a relationship.
It's a situationship, bro. She's miserable, bro.
Yes, but I'm saying like you know, like, bro, I feel like men have this intuitive feeling. You know if like she could be the one.
Yeah, of course.
And then if you don't, then you pull back, and then that's what causes this friction, right? Because now she could be getting too attached, and now you put yourself in a position where you're like, yo, I told you up front I didn't want a relationship. Yes.
Yo,
Exactly. What the fuck happened?
Hear me out, okay? Just don't listen to him. Hear me out. We know him. You think he's like, yeah, because he knows this is bullshit. So he's like, yeah, see, someone's agreeing with me. We know him. So me and Sergio, when we were single, we were doing it the right way. So it's just, you talk to a girl, yeah, you find shit, you maybe date a little bit. She knows from the get-go that you guys are not getting in a relationship.
Okay.
You back her up.
Okay.
Done deal. No headaches. Me and him, no headaches. Him, headaches every single time. Every single time.
Okay. You know why? It's because when I talk to a girl, at first I'm like, okay, I don't want a relationship and everything. Okay, fine, we understand that. But then she cool. You know, so you
start the first date with that? Like, yo, by the way, I just want to fuck you.
No, he doesn't do that. We do that. He doesn't.
They do that. Me, it's because I'm like, okay, she's pretty. I'm on a date with her. I'm gonna get to know her.
Yeah.
Then I'm like, okay, I'll see.
You get to know her.
I'll say the truth. You're missing something.
What?
So he likes to play hubby, hubby.
I don't play. I am. I don't play.
But like,
I am.
Yo, okay, hear me out. You know how you
I get it.
Nobody really get it.
No, I do. I kind of get it. I'm like that too, bro.
No,
I
what do you
Like if I'm like that, if I want to open the door for you, if I want to pay,
but that's
do this. That's because I'm like that.
No,
You know what I'm
listen.
saying?
The things that you say to her.
Because push comes to shove, you guys are able to have a mature conversation with the girl, let her know.
Yeah.
And you tell her the truth.
Yeah.
He can't do that. You can't. Listen, you
Or
can't tell her the truth.
You're just a ghoster. You just
No, because bro, he can't. You
Yeah,
can't.
exactly.
You can't like tell the girl, yeah, we're just gonna hook up, this, that, and a third, and then
No, I
treat her
can't-
like
I
as
can't
if
do
you're gonna wife her up.
No, I can't say we're just gonna hook up, whatever. Like, what I'm saying is like,
Can we
I
unplug
never
his
know.
mic?
No, look, I never know if she could be the one. That's why I get to know her, and then when I realize it's too late.
What time is it?
Yeah, I got you.
So
Actually, it's 10 o'clock.
10 o'clock is line o'clock.
9 o'clock.
9 o'clock.
9 o'clock.
Y'all know
10
it's
o'clock.
facts.
Okay.
No, we're good.
He's still doing some personal growth.
Yes.
Yeah.
Nah, bro. I get it, bro.
I do, because if you
I do get it because
I love
all
them,
right, are you like, bro, naturally
Yeah.
I'm a very nice guy. I'm respectful.
We are, but that's. I promise you don't get it. I promise.
No,
For
but
everything
let him
you
cook.
don't-
Let him
No,
cook.
I know.
Let him cook.
Because I know what you're doing right now. He's relating to anything you're saying.
Okay.
Because
No,
he
that's-
knows that we're gonna call him on his bullshit.
Guys, that's how it is. It's because you guys don't understand me. I'm a victim. I'm a fucking victim.
Hold on, let him say his
No,
piece.
bro,
you deal with enough toxic bitches, bro. You're just like, yo, I'm
No,
done with this
but
shit,
That's
bro.
what I'm saying.
I get what you're saying, right? Like, at least from my perspective, since I've been single, right? Like, yeah, I've been like dabbling, right? But like, I'm honest up front. Now, me being honest, this is, I think, this is the guys before us fault.
Yeah.
For really dogging women out and treating them like shit, taking
1000%.
advantage of them, being toxic,
1000%.
cheating them, traumatizing them, right? So that's one thing. And then two, this is also the woman's fault for not taking things for what they are. Believe a man when he tells you this.
Yeah.
Honestly.
Yes.
So like if I'm telling you, hey, I just got out of a relationship a couple months ago. It was toxic. I'm good on relationships. If you want to fuck around, you want to hang out, like, I'm cool with that. Men can have that with no strings attached.
Yeah.
Women can't have that once you have sex with them. So that's why, and then this is why I'm saying where I relate to him. If you are a gentleman, you open the door, you pay for their food, you text them good morning, you do things. Bro, that's just me. That's what I do. I would do that with anyone. So now we are like subconsciously gaslighting her to think, oh, well, he told me he didn't want a relationship,
But he's acting
but
like that.
he's showing that he could be my boyfriend. So now I'm
Hold on.
attached to
Exactly.
him.
You think she could change you?
But hold on, because look, listen, the way that me and Matt operate is if I'm genuinely trying to get to know you, I'm gonna take you out on a date.
Yeah.
If I'm not trying to get to know you, I'm inviting you over.
Yeah.
And like
It's a 2 a.m. text. Yeah, what are you doing?
that's it, right?
yeah.
We could even hang out a little bit before, but I'm not doing any date that's gonna give you any vibes.
Okay.
That
I don't want to be
I'm-
seen in
What
public
if you
with
do a
you.
little bit of
Yeah.
both?
Well, it's not-
Yes, and I
can't
get
do
that,
that.
but I can't have sex with someone I don't know one night stands. I need the basic connection.
I understand, but
I agree. I do agree.
I get that, but at the very limit, that connection.
It's weird, yeah.
But then get established like in the DMs, maybe a phone call here and there.
Yeah.
But that's that.
Yeah.
Once girls get taken out on a date, they take the time to prepare themselves to
Okay.
look pretty and feel special.
Okay.
Which, you know, mind you, a date, that's how it's supposed to be. Like, I don't want to instill any kind of confusion.
I
So
understand.
if I'm inviting you over, it's like, yo, we're all grown here.
It's unspoken. You
It's
know what's
unspoken.
happening.
We don't need to address it, but when you come over, like, you know what's
know
gonna
it is.
happen. But if I'm taking you on a date, automatically a girl's gonna have a different kind of expectation, especially when girls love that fairy tale, getting picked up, being courted, especially when there's very little of that in today's society. So the fact that you do it, it makes the girls believe that there is a potential that you're gonna cuff them.
Okay, I get it, but see, that's also it's not my fault if I'm like that. First of all, second of all, when I act this way, it's just because that's how I was raised, and it's whenever like their ex or whoever they were seeing was not like this, they see me acting like they're like, okay, even though he says he doesn't want a relationship, they're like maybe I can change him. You know what I'm saying? Because they find it like if I'm honest, when I'm honest, I say like I don't need a relationship or want a relationship. They're like, oh, I like the fact that he's open and honest about it. I've never had that. Oh my God. You know what? Let me take this as a challenge.
Yeah, she thinks she can change you. She
Exactly.
can change you. I'm
Yes.
I'm gonna ask you a wild question right now. I'm gonna ask you a wild
Yeah.
question. You like white girls?
No, I can't. I can't.
He always says white girls like me.
I would. I just had to
I
know
say,
where, you know what I'm
bro,
saying?
no, it's funny. I mean, this is complete opposites, but I say like white girls don't like me.
Okay.
So I'm everything else. Seriously.
I'm
bro.
Latinas and Arab. Latina, Arab, and black.
Okay.
White girls,
It's not gonna work.
I can't anymore.
You feel like you can't relate.
Back then, yeah, okay, but now it's like, I'm like, no, it's not my vibe or my type anymore. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I always say that. I'm just like, because like the last 3 girls I've been with have been like either black or Spanish. Mm-hmm. And I guess, I don't know, like, obviously people always question interracial relationships, especially when it's a white guy with a black girl or a Spanish girl, whatever. Yeah. And they're like, why? You know what I'm saying? Like, what? And I'm like, bro, like, one, like, white girls like really aren't attracted to me. I get no attention from them. Mm-hmm. I don't know what it is, like tattoos, like I don't know what it is, but I don't attract them. Mm-hmm. But me on the other side, where I'm like, I'm really like, there's a certain type of white girl that I'm really attracted to.
Okay.
But outside of that, it doesn't do it for me. Mm-hmm. And then I'm like, I can't relate to them. Mm. I know a lot of white girls, and I'm just like, what are we gonna do? Like vape and fucking drink Starbucks?
You know what I'm saying?
Yo, stop, bro. What are we gonna do? Vape, bro? I'm attracted to the worst type of white
fucking
girl.
Bud Light. I'm just like, bro, I can't do that. I don't know, bro. It's fucked up. But you know, like that's just me. But like that's been my last 7 years of relationships. It hasn't had that, and I've never cared. You know what I'm saying? I like what I like. So it's just like, what are you gonna do?
Well, we had a conversation not too long ago, me and Kharl, and I just told him that, like, at the end of the day, even when you're in a relationship, even when you're dating these girls, you can't expect them to accept whatever you're telling them at face value.
Not my problem.
Yeah, it's her fault. No, listen.
I said what I had to say. I said what I had to say. I was honest.
I said it.
You don't want to listen? Hey, man,
yeah.
listen what the fuck can I do? You know
But I'm saying, and what I told him too is at the end of the day, like, who you're gonna want to choose as your girlfriend is basically like, with all due respect, ladies, is like, which headache is gonna hurt you the least.
Yeah, that's true.
Because they're all a headache.
Yeah.
They're all a headache, but like in their own way. And mind you, sometimes it's cute, but sometimes it's fucking annoying. But right. But all I'm saying is that, and like my girlfriend, like she gave me props the other day, and I was like, I'm doing a good job. She told me, she's like you're really good at, like, you know, being able to understand me and give me the response that I'm looking to get. But like I'm not giving her the response that I have in my mind, which, so to speak, some guys will think that it's a more like logical or rational response. Yeah. I'm explaining it to her in terms that, you know, she would better understand from a more emotional perspective, right? Yeah. And I told him the other day, I'm like, yo, like, whenever you're gonna come to these kind of hard conversations to have with girls, like, you're gonna have to put complete ego, you know, logic aside. And like, you're gonna have to just connect with her on an emotional basis, and like, yo, like whatever's going on here, like, yo, drop the persona and like be vulnerable with them and let them know how it is. And at the end of the day, she is still gonna try to change you. She's still gonna try to change your mind. But at that point, like, once everything has been said, it's like, listen, we said everything that needed to be said. I don't think, you know, we need to speak any more about the topic. So
perspective.
Like if you respect me and my decision, like I think it's just best that we part.
Yo, you're gonna meet a girl that's gonna sweep you off your feet one day, bro.
Yeah.
It's gonna be poetic.
We keep telling you.
It's gonna be poetic,
Bro, I'm kind of looking for that.
I'm
Yeah,
waiting.
but you can't look for it though. That's
No,
the thing.
I'm not looking for it.
Yeah.
Maybe looking was the wrong, but like I'm kind of waiting.
gotta
for
be
that. 'Cause,
open
like,
for it.
bro, I'm down because I see what the distractions do to me.
Yes.
But do you think?
I understand. I get it. I be scrolling. You know what I'm saying?
Bro, it's bad.
Yeah, it is bad.
It's
It's
bad.
crazy.
That's
It's
where I'm
crazy.
like, damn, if I just like found the right one,
Yeah.
I could like check,
Settle.
like you said on that pod, like check that off the checklist. I don't got to worry about that.
Yeah.
So when that fucking download comes in your mind, whether it's Instagram, whether it's in public,
Exactly.
doesn't matter. Got that done. So I'm not worried about
Exactly,
that. If
yeah.
the podcast was fucking blown up, you wouldn't focus so much on the podcast. Maybe we're focusing on merch right now because the podcast is done.
Yeah.
Right. Podcast is solidified. You got your girl solidified.
Yeah.
You don't got to worry about the distractions. Men's biggest distraction is women.
1,000%.
Guaranteed.
Yeah.
Amen.
1,000%.
Guaranteed.
Do you think right now though, if the girl would come in your life, that you would be ready to settle down?
So I say,
So I know I said I was ready, but I don't think so, bro.
so I said, I've been saying like I'm not ready, right? Because I've seen what a girl did to me. Because to my knowledge, that's the last thing I know in a relationship, in a committed relationship. It was trauma, toxic, narcissistic, gaslighting, bullshit.
Yeah.
And I'm like, all right, well, I'm on my way up, so I need to focus on my shit.
Yeah.
So yeah, I have pleasures and desires, right? And we can fulfill
Like
those,
everyone, yeah.
but we don't need to attach emotional things to that. Now, that's the thing when you are in this chapter of entrepreneurship, being different, right? Not settling for the average 9 to 5, not settling for this type of conventional lifestyle that everyone else settles for. It's very lonely at times.
Yeah.
There are times like, yeah, you got your brothers around you, but it is lonely. So there are times where you're like, damn, I wish I had a girl right now. It would be nice to have a girl right now.
Every time I'm coming back from the gym with him, whatever, and they're like, "Oh, my girl made some food. Oh, I got food at home because my girl made it." I'm like, "Okay, yeah, that's amazing. I gotta make my own shit every fucking night. You know what I'm saying? I gotta go back home. My bed is cold as fuck. It's warm for you guys, huh? Yeah, amazing. You know,
Nice life, huh?
You know what I'm saying?
But that's the
It's
thing
great.
that you have to decide, right? When you are on this path. Well, at least if you've been through some shit with a girl where she fucked you over.
Yeah.
Now it's like, what price do you want to pay? Is my loneliness and not getting a meal for me and not being able to cuddle and maybe have consistent sex with the same girl,
Yeah.
is
Yeah.
that worth the stress and toxic shit that
comes
the
with it?
next one might bring?
No.
So now you have to outweigh the two, and it's usually not worth it.
Yeah.
So I think that's why I lean more towards, bro, just focus on your shit, get established,
Yeah.
and when the right one comes, you'll be ready to give them your best.
Also,
I think
yeah.
that's what men do a lot too. They get lonely and then they settle when they're a shell of themselves, and then they're like, oh, I want a girl,
Yeah.
but you can't provide for them financially, you can't provide for them emotionally, you can't provide for them spiritually. And now you're a lackluster version of yourself in the relationship, and now you wonder why she's not giving you the energy she deserves.
And it gets
I saw
toxic.
Tate talk about this shit the other day. I don't know your guys' views on Tate. I fuck with the guy. Whatever. He's like, I got fucking men DMing me. Oh, she left me. Oh, she cheated on me. Oh, she's whatever on me. And he was like, that's your fault. He was like, I've never had that. He goes, I'm rich. I'm successful. I'm fit. I can fucking think emotionally, intelligently, right? I have everything checked out. He's like, I can't get the women away from me. He was like, you wonder why that woman treats you like that. He's like, because you're fat, you're out of shape, you make no money, you're not successful, you have no motivation, you have no purpose.
Yeah.
Why the fuck would a woman want to be with you when she could be with me? And think about the
you think
competition
about it.
we're dealing with as men online. Women have
Oh, yeah.
access to
Bro.
whatever they want, whenever they want.
One like away.
Bro.
So if you're not the best version of yourself in all aspects, financially, physically, spiritually, emotionally, financially, bro,
Emphasis
it.
on
why should she have to settle with you?
Yeah.
She has unlimited options. We have limited options.
Especially if she's pretty.
Yeah.
That's what I'm saying, bro. She
Yeah,
can, bro, at a DM, she can be on a yacht in fucking
Maya.
Italy.
It's crazy.
Italy. La como.
But like I never
Lake
been on.
Como, yeah.
I never been on dating apps, but I got a Raya account,
Mm-hmm.
like fucking like top notch.
Oh, that's
How-
the real
how-
dating
how
app.
is that?
No, bro, huh?
How is that?
I'm off it now because the competition is too crazy, bro.
Is
Not
it?
rich enough to be on that app.
But you know, but
It's matching me with bitches in Zurich and fucking Switzerland and
Oh, yeah,
shit.
And for
that
them,
you
it's
know
like,
are
oh,
like
just come.
supermodels that
Yeah.
they're
That's heavy,
sliding
yeah.
the DMs, y'all fly you here, fly you there. Like I can't.
But at the same time, though, I feel like girls that are like that, who have experienced like rich men,
Yeah.
also realize that it also comes with a lot of
100%.
baggage.
Yeah,
you
for
know,
sure.
like you're most likely gonna be treated like shit. I'm not saying in all
There's a happy
circumstances.
medium for them somewhere in the middle.
Yeah, exactly. So if anything, yeah, sure, they might be on Raya, but maybe
Yeah.
they're not looking for that top 1% of the 1%. You know what I mean?
Yeah, it just wasn't bro. The dating apps ain't it, bro.
But what about you? Do you think that if ever the right girl were to come by, that you would be ready
Well,
at this
bro,
point in life?
I mean, no. You know what? Right now, bro, I'm just getting out of a relationship that I was with a girl probably for like 5.5 out of the last 7 years.
oh shit.
Yeah, it's
like
about-
on and off, or could just consider?
No, for I would say from 2017 to 2022, we were together fully. I broke up with her, we got back together. I broke up with her, we got back together. She just broke up with me 2 months ago.
Yeah. Oh shit. So
I'm
it's
like,
recent.
So I'm single right now. So no, even I'm not open to it right now. Like I'm not, even if the baddest bitch were to walk by, she's perfect. She checks off all the boxes. Just like where I'm at right now, like I just don't even want to be bothered, bro. Sex is not worth it. Pussy's not worth it. I'm good. I'm gonna focus on myself. For now.
Man.
You know what I mean? That's just where I'm at. Maybe in a couple months it'd be a little different, but like right now, and that goes back to saying like, is everything written in stone? No, I don't think so, because I don't think God is gonna send me a fucking girl that's perfect for me and let me just like let her go.
Yeah.
Like, you know what I mean? Because I'm in the state that I'm in.
Yeah.
So it's not even something I'm focusing on.
So you know, like we did the podcast when we were together. So essentially, you were in a relationship then.
Yeah.
Okay. So, you know, we spoke about previous breakups before that. So do you feel like, obviously it always hurts. It never really gets easier per se. But do you feel like, based off of all your previous experiences for previous breakups, that you have a better way and understanding of how to move through this breakup?
Yeah, but this one's a little different, bro. Honestly, fully transparent. Anytime I've ever gone through some shit that faltered, and honestly, in my opinion at least, wasn't my fault. I didn't do anything wrong. It wasn't on me. It was on them. It was like she was like, it's not you, it's me, which is always bullshit anyway, or maybe it's not, whatever the case may be. But this time around, I just kind of just like, I just wasn't present. You know what I mean? Like it just was all on me.
Yeah.
So I'm going through something that's a little different. I'm going through something where I need to like forgive myself for like fucking that shit up. Because she honestly was a really good person.
Yeah.
You know, she was like probably the one. Maybe not, because again, like, bro, listen, destiny and all that shit, like, who knows? Maybe I was supposed to go through that shit. I really don't know. But for the most part, right now, where I'm at right now, it's just like, was my fault.
Yeah.
So I'm just like, I'm just trying to like build myself up again.
Yeah.
And I definitely shouldn't be, because if this happened to me, when this happened to me when I was 20, I jumped into another relationship. Right? Like, usually what I would do right now is just go find a bad bitch to walk around with for 6 months to make yourself feel better. You know what I mean? I'm not doing that right now.
Yeah.
So in a way, yes, I am navigating this a little bit better, different in a way. Is it better? I don't know. Time will tell. But for now, that's where I'm at. Doesn't matter who it is. You know what I mean? You could walk. I'm just not there mentally.
Yeah.
And I don't want to put you through it.
No. I get that.
Because you know what the other thing is that I think about all the time recently? It's like I posted 2 clips about this breakup, and now I'm like, I probably can't even slide in any bitches' DMs right now because they're going to go on my page and see that I just went through a breakup. They're like, what the fuck is this kid doing? Get slide in my
they like
you know
that
what I mean?
They like that.
Yeah, they like a man who's like.
They like a man
They
who's
can be the
open.
one. They're like, oh, wow, he's hurting. I can fix it.
They're like, yeah, I can help him.
Yeah,
Nah, I'm gonna ruin you right now. I'm saying,
At this point in time, I'm gonna ruin you. But you know, it's funny because I felt like this before getting into my current relationship. Because I had a history of being like a chronicle liar. It was more so about who I was. I gave myself like this fake persona to what I thought people would like. We spoke about it on your guys' episode, and you know, I had the opportunity essentially, like, you know, before getting into my current relationship, that my ex popped back into my life, but my new girl was also there. But it wasn't official yet, right? So I was still single, but I was seeing my soon-to-be girlfriend. But then my ex kind of popped into my life, and I was kind of like, it was kind of like, you know, the decision in my mind was like, yo, I'm gonna try it out with this new girl. But as soon as your ex comes back, you're like, first off, you're getting the validation that she's coming back, and also you remember that at one point during your breakup, you were hoping that you would get back with said ex
100%.
at a given point in time, right? But at the end of the day, I mean, whatever decision that you end up taking, it always ends up being the right decision.
Yeah.
Even if, let's say, I would have taken another path and I would have went back with my ex instead, chances are we probably would have broken up for different reasons, and then I would have fumbled the bag on my current girlfriend.
And you would have been even madder at yourself.
Exactly. At the end of the day, it's all about what you put into the relationship. So you're saying that, you know, from your point of view, it's your fault. But at the end of the day, you don't know if you're gonna get back with her. You don't know. You don't know. You don't know if it's gonna be in a month or in a year.
Yeah.
And you don't know if it's gonna be some new chick either.
Yeah, 100%. I've been there too, bro. Honestly, full transparent. I've been there where I was broken up with this one, started talking to this one came back, and you're just like, damn, I just shot myself in the foot because like I was ready to move on, and then obviously once you move on, it's just like this life thing, universe. She comes back, now you got to make a decision. Now you're like, do I want to unpack all my trauma with this one? She doesn't know anything about me. It's a clean slate, or do I want to go back to her? She already knows everything. We could kind of build from a broken place, which is not the thing to do. You know what I mean? Because that shit is crumbled. You got to start from scratch regardless, which probably means you need a little bit more time away. So that's where I'm at. Yeah, now I'm single and not mingling. You know what I mean? I'm just not. Yeah, it's just not.
Yeah, that's the easiest thing to do is like once you get, I think there's two ways. In your perspective, I've been there also. When you love the girl and you lost her because you didn't do your part, but you still want to be with her.
Yeah.
Nobody's attractive to you.
Yeah.
Nobody can fulfill her shoes. I don't want that. When you get fucked over, when you get played, the easiest way to get over that shit is start talking to someone new.
Yeah.
Because you can see all the things that you didn't like in her, you can find in her. And you're like, damn, she wasn't even that good anyway. And she was bad to me. Yeah. So now I can get myself through this. Yeah. Is that going to lead to a long-term relationship? Is that the recipe for that? Probably not. You probably should take some time.
Because you're looking at all the positives of her, and she has some negatives.
Of course.
You know what I mean? You're not looking at the negatives because you're like, oh, fuck, I'm just trying to fill this void right now.
Exactly.
You know what I mean?
You're trying to escape the pain that girl caused 100%. You through another girl. So everything she does is kind of good if she's not doing what the last girl did.
Yeah.
So it's very hard to decipher what you should do, whether you get your heart broken because it was your fault or because someone treated you wrong.
Yeah.
I think the best thing to do overall is take time, regardless. Take 6 months, read a couple books, hit the gym, make some money, level up, be a better version of yourself. Because I guarantee that girl that left you, if she stays in the same spot, she's going to hit you up. She's coming back. Now you're in a position of leverage. Now you decide whether you want her back or not.
Yeah, now you have the power. We always want the power. As men especially.
But the thing,
you're 100% right. I never did that. I never took the time.
I was going to say also that a layer deeper than that, like, you know, it's I'm not going to say it's easy, but for us, I guess because of the social media world, you know, it's a lot easier to get access to other people. You know, the reality is that the average guy doesn't have that much accessibility to other women to talk to. So for the majority of them, like, it's just lonely. So them, if anything, the minute that their ex comes back, they're willing to get back. At your point in time, when you refer to yourself as being the sucker, it was probably that. It was like this whole journey, right? Like with the numbers and everything, right? So I think we all went through that where, you know, regardless of how toxic the relationship was, I mean, mind you, you sit in a toxic relationship for like 7 years.
Yeah. 9.
But to you, it was, at that time,
it was fine.
Your one and only relationship. You were gonna marry the girl.
It was all you knew. Yeah.
Yeah. I thought she was the mother of my children, but no, definitely not. No, she's a good girl.
Yeah, now she's the mother of someone else's children.
For sure.
Yeah, she's. Yeah.
Do you guys genuinely think you can get married?
Yeah.
Yeah.
But in my relationship now,
I don't know, bro.
In my relationship now, if it's not her, I'll be no one.
Yeah. Amen.
Like no.
Yeah. Well, we spoke about this on our pod where we're talking about we come from parents that got divorced.
Yeah.
And it was like, I don't want to be that. So like it makes it even, I think, even harder for maybe me to try to find a girl that I feel like I'm getting married, because I feel like if we get married, there is no divorce because I am a product of that.
Yeah. Exactly.
Right? So now I have to put you on this pedestal. And you better be strong enough to stand on that motherfucker, because if you're not, it's gonna falter, and I don't want that, and that's non-negotiable for me. Yeah. You know what I mean?
But at least you guys' parents stayed together for quite some time. Mine just left when I was born.
Really?
Yeah, just left.
He said, really?
He saw me, he's like, nah,
he saw me, he just left. He just left.
Do you know your pops?
Yeah, I know him. Okay.
Yeah, I think you know of him.
Well, no. But
do you have a real relationship with him?
No, not at all. But like I've known him. Like I know him as much as I know you guys now.
Yeah.
So that's how much I know.
Oh, wow.
Him. So like I've met it a couple times, but like I don't know any.
I mean, I feel like we're kind of close now.
Yeah.
I was about to say, I think you're closer with them.
That's what happens. Yeah.
Like, it could be a decent relationship. I'm joking.
No, I feel that. I feel that in a different way because like, no, I have my pops, but like we're not friends. I said we're not friends. We have no relationship at all right now.
Yeah.
You know, and it's been like 3 years, so I can feel that to a certain extent. It's tough, bro. It's tough.
Yeah,
but I don't want to be that. I don't want to be that to my kids.
I understand.
You know what I mean? So I'm also not going to be with a woman where I feel like that's what's going to happen.
Exactly.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, I'm not. Yeah, it's weird because I feel like as men, like obviously we want that, bro. Like we want to be fathers. We all want to raise a son.
Yeah.
You know, we want to have that
Perfect family.
Yeah, that family, that foundation, right? Like, you know, we think of fulfillment earlier, right? Of course, now we're on the grind. So fulfillment for us is money, business, entrepreneurship, get in shape, right? Like this. But like now, I mean, I think you see like fulfillment is like watching your kid grow up. Sunday morning coffee with your wife. In a nice house in a peaceful neighborhood, right? I think our fulfillment changes over time. So it's like a real part of me wants that. But I think when a guy gets like done wrong by a girl, there's this like small part of him where it's like, damn, I don't want to dedicate that much to someone and commit that much to someone that is that precious and that fucking like, I mean, bro, like that, we're talking about real shit right there.
Yeah.
And there's a chance that like that girl can do that to you too. Fuck a wedding ring, fuck a marriage, whatever. Like she can still do that. Literally. So I think that's like a healing process in a lot of men that get done wrong by women that's holding them back from pulling that trigger of like, all right, I'm ready to settle down. Because like I'm torn in between. Of course I want that shit, but I'm like, I'm also like kind of having fun. I like not having to have responsibility or to provide for anyone. I can really focus on myself. But how long are you going to live that life?
Yeah, that's the thing.
So it's like, and you don't want to wait too long.
No.
Like I want to be young in my kid's life. You know what I'm saying? Like I want to be a young dad. I want to be able to play sports with him. I want to be able to be the cool dad, right?
Yeah.
So I think like it's tough, bro. Like I get it. Like a lot of women speak from a paternal standpoint of obviously they have a clock. So they want to obviously have kids by 30, 31, 32, right? You get past that, it's like, all right, time's ticking, whatever. Like we can have a kid pretty much whenever. But is that lifestyle that you're living of that single life gonna fucking be your downfall?
I understand.
If you wait too long to settle down with the right one.
It is.
So that's why, bro, I mean, I'm 28. How old are you guys?
Same.
26.
26.
26, 26,
28.
28,
30.
30. Bro, we're all in the same fucking bubble. Like the societal standard is like we should all be probably getting married around now.
Should have been married.
That's why I
Having
date younger,
kids.
bro. I date younger, bro. I've never ever. The only time I've ever dated somebody that was my age, I was 20 and she was 20. But besides that, anybody I've ever dated, they've been about 4 or 5 years younger than me.
Yeah.
You know, and that's because my like timeline, I was always kind of like behind everybody. I didn't graduate college. I started my own business. Took a minute for that shit to go. Like all my friends had real jobs. 2 of my best friends just got married last year. I had to watch that. Go to Italy, watch them get married. Go to Jersey, watch it. You know what I mean? So for me, I always thought that I was behind, even though you can't really look like that. But I always looked at it like that. And I'm starting not to now, especially having conversations with 2 of my 30-year-old friends who just got married. They're like, yo, chill, bro. Like you're good. But that's why I always dated younger because of that. Because if I date somebody right now that's 30, like you said,
TikTok.
I'm not ready to have a fucking kid and anyone nowhere near ready to get married. You just gotta have a 6-year relationship.
No.
You know what I'm saying? So I always date younger for that reason specifically.
Yeah, it's tough. But the thing too, I think what fucks everything up is social media as a whole, right? It's the root of all evil because you're talking about, you know, options and always having
You
something
always
else.
think there's something better.
Bro, you get one girl, like, you know, at that time, I'm not speaking for myself, but for a lot of people, it's like, yeah, they have a really, really good looking girl, but then there's always somebody popping up on their For You page or somebody sliding in their DMs. And all of a sudden you sort of wonder, is the grass green on the other side, you know, just for some eye
Especially
candy.
being on a come up, because like a lot of like, and this is not to like blow smoke up our asses, but we are on a come up, we are doing our thing, and we all have this presence. Like we talked about this. You guys are probably very popular in Montreal, big city, small at the same time.
Yeah.
New York is the same way. And it's just like, when you have a little bit of clout on social media, you might actually have probably a better chance at getting those girls, or so you think. So now you're not appreciating what you got.
Yeah.
You know, and you could only appreciate what you got by losing it and realizing that the grass ain't greener over there. It's greener where you water it, and you have to go through that shit.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
I agree. Damn, amen. Well, listen, ladies and gentlemen. Hopefully you guys did enjoy this episode. If you did, don't forget to like, comment, subscribe. Don't forget to give us 5 stars on Amazon, Apple Podcasts, and Spotify. Don't forget to check us out on
Patreon.
You guys will most likely get the extended version of this. I don't know how long we've been rambling on for.
An hour and a half.
We're at hour 36.
Oh, beautiful. Bless. Yeah, so,
that's good.
Yeah, no,
That was amazing. That was really good. A lot of laughs. I like that. That was great.
Absolutely, absolutely. So if you guys enjoyed this concept, let us know, because otherwise these are going to be the last and only guests we ever have. But without further ado, it's been your boy, Just Talks.
But Matt.
Boy Kharl.
And we're with the boys from the Journey Podcast.
Thanks for having us, boys.
Thank you,
Appreciate
boys.
you guys.
And we'll be back again to New York City. Actually, we'll do it in Montreal next time.
Hell yeah.
Yeah,
I'm
we
with
should
it.
come up.
We should come up
with
there.
Jake.
Hell yeah.
And
Come
bro,
during the
we'll
summer.
do
We'll
a
do it.
6
Yeah,
person.
yeah, yeah.
And we'll
And
do
it'll
the
be
same
dope.
shit.
That'd be
Yeah,
fun.
it'll be
Fuck yeah.
funny. Yeah,
It'll
we
be
should
good.
do this more often. This is good.
Absolutely.
Maybe Kharl will be in a relationship.
No. We'll see you guys next Wednesday.
Yeah, that was great.
That was really
I
good.
got to pee.
Otra noche que salí con una amiga, dando vueltas por la city, con mi canción en la bocina, que me quiere ver y